Hey, it's April from the Noble Garden, and I promised you guys that I would do a review on my varieties of tomatoes. And I have a lot of tomatoes, and I knew that video was going to be long, so what I have decided to do is I'm going to split this video into two videos. This first one is going to talk about all of my cherry tomatoes, and my other video is going to talk about my slicers and my paste tomatoes. So let's get started on the cherry tomatoes. So I purposely did not pick cherry tomatoes this morning so I can make this video. I really wanted to show you guys what each one will look like. First, I want to show you just how tall all of these tomatoes have gotten. All of my cherry tomatoes are indeterminate, so that's why you see them growing up and over the fence. So this first one that we're going to look at, this is the chocolate cherry. The chocolate cherry is very tasty, very good. If you've ever had a Cherokee purple, Cherokee purple, to me personally, I feel like this is like a miniature Cherokee purple, and I feel like I'm almost cheating. Let me pick one, and I'm going to show you what they look like. I hope this video shows you. So they're kind of purplish. They're very, very good. They're one of my favorites. The next variety that we're going to talk to is beside it. And excuse my plants, they do have blight, and we've been talking about that on every video. So not as pretty as I would love for a video like this to be. But my next variety is called the blueberry. And the blueberry is a very interesting one. The top is purple like that with the bottom red. And these are they're very good. They're my favorites, my husband's favorite. To me, they are, trying to think of how I want to describe their taste. They're very strong taste. I personally, my husband likes to put them in eggs, and that's my favorite way to eat them too, is on an omelet. But they are very prolific, very, very prolific. You'll see bunches and bunches of them in there. The next variety beside it is called the blueberry cream. And the difference between the blueberry and the blueberry cream is so they're purple, but the bottoms are yellow. Now, blueberry cream is my favorite of the two, and that's because they are sweet. Very sweet. I guess the blueberry, I would describe them more tart. They're like they're just strong. They're not sweet like these creams are. Both prolific, both very good. I will most definitely grow those two again, and then I'm going to show you a few more. Alright guys, I'm going to show you another one. This is called the black cherry. And you're going to notice that the chocolate cherry and the black cherry look a lot alike. And that is because the black cherry is the parent plant of the chocolate cherry. Don't ask me what the other part of the chocolate cherry is, because at this moment I cannot remember. To me, they taste pretty much the same. So if someone was to give me either or plant, I'd be fine. But I think next year, whichever one seeds I have, I'll grow. I don't think like, oh, I'm out of chocolate cherry seeds. I don't think I'd go look for them if I have black cherry seeds. So it's like one or the other. I don't think you necessarily need to grow both. That's just how much their tastes are similar. So my next one that I'm going to show you guys is called Purple Bumblebee. And Purple Bumblebee looks like this when it's not mature. You see the green stripes on it? And then when it's matured, sorry, I might just pick one to show you guys. They turn this really dark purple and purplish reddish, and they have green stripes on them. Guys, they are delicious. See, you can see them better when I bring them up here. I'm gonna eat one for you guys because I love them. Very, very good. They're like our new favorite. Not really. You can hear me say, that's my new favorite, that's my new favorite. I'm my first year growing them, and they're really, really good. And let me show you how big this plant gets. And there's just like a whole bunch ripened right there. I haven't picked. That's that. I didn't pick this video for a purpose. They grow and grow and grow. All right, the next one. The next one was the Atomic, I think it's Brad's Atomic Grape from Baker Creek. And they range in color. This is one. I've seen them like more yellowish, greenish like this. They're really cool. Because you can also find them sometimes when they're fully ripe, really good and ripe, a different color. I find them a little red and purple sometimes too, but the two I have right here are more yellow. But see how that one's got a hint of orange in it? Now, when I say new favorite, these literally are. Me and my husband are talking about growing like 5 of these next year because that's just how good they are. I'm not going to taste this one because I know it's going to be juicy and I about choked on the other one. Silly me. All right, the next one. Now, this plant right here is very unhealthy. I will say I have noticed that I've grown this before. This is a red cherry. I've grown it before and it's done this. It's just always the one that gets diseased. However, they do give you some pretty decent sized red tomatoes. Big cherry tomatoes. So if you're looking for just a red cherry tomato, this is a good one. I don't fault it at all. I think it's pretty delicious. I like to grow that one because it is red. And I started selling these vegetable bags this year, or produce bags is what I call them. And I needed a red tomato to put in the bag because some people don't like color or change or something different. So I picked the red cherry because I knew it was prolific. I knew they were a good size. And we have tasted it before, so I knew it would have a good flavor. Now, the next one I'm about to show you was new to us this year. And that is called the Napa Chardonnay. It is a very interesting one. Look how green they start. And when they're ripened, look how yellow they are. Guys, that was just squash bugs. They hate when I attack them. It was a squash bug and a footed leaf bug, whatever you call them things. But anyways, they didn't like when I thumped them. But let's look at this one together. They turn this really like see-through yellow. And they have a pretty interesting taste. They're really good when they're super ripe. Now you eat them and they're not super ripe like that, I don't like the taste of them. Man, that was really good. Super ripe like that. Fantastic. They're pretty prolific too. They're very prolific. Every cherry tomato I have showed you have been very prolific. And we have actually been able to can with them. We make sauces with them and they make really, really good sauces. They're all real sweet. The only one that I would say, of course, is not sweet is that blueberry. And I'll go back up there. We'll eat a blueberry together. All right, the next one. The next one, which is the last one on this aisle, is my Sungold. If you have not been able to try Sungold, let me tell you, they're delicious. So I like to pick my Sungold, or I like to eat my Sungold when they are dark orange. They almost look red. This is an orange tomato, but it is so concentrated. This is one of the best when they are super orange like this. They're so different. Very sweet. I'm telling you, all these cherry tomatoes I grew, none of them you can go wrong with. None of them. We have very much enjoyed them. Here, I'm going to show you guys a view. Look at them. From a distance, you can't see the blight. I know when I get them up close, you can see the blight. The blight's most definitely taking over. But guys, that is so impressive. The cherry tomatoes is so heavy that me and my husband noticed the other day that this pole right here is leaning. So next year, we're going to take the cattle, when the plants come down, we're going to reposition the cattle panels and then tie the cattle panels to each other from one end to the other. So like, for example, this cattle panel and that cattle panel, we're going to tie together to give them more support. So I have another aisle that has 2 other cherry tomatoes. One of them we've already talked about, and that is the red cherry. But it does have another one that I want to talk to you guys about. The other thing is I did have a determinate cherry tomato that was called Fantaskia. They're more cherry. They're not cherry. They're more grape size. I didn't like them. Their tastes were just meh. And the plant was like very short. And just all over the ground and just prone to bugs and prone to splinting. And so it will not be grown again next year unless I put it in a pot or put it in my green stock or something like that, because I just really didn't like it in the garden. So let's go look at the sweeties. So I did make the mistake of planting 2 of my indeterminates, not on those cages, but try to do the Florida weave, which I talk about this every video. I am not a Florida weave. I'm not good at it. However, see the red cherry tomatoes. So I'm going to try to pick us a sweetie out of here. Now, sweetie is a red cherry tomato, but they're smaller than the red. Perfect one right here. Look at this plant. They're very prolific, by the way. But it is indeterminate. They're that perfect red tomato. But they're good. And then I forgot, I'm going to go back and get me a blueberry to eat with you guys. So, they're sweet with a little bit of tartness. Not as sweet as those other colors. That's a darn good red tomato. I really like trying varieties that are different for different color. So that's why I have enjoyed growing all these different flavors. All right, the purple hue. I tried all these sweet ones. I made my way back. Let's try this blueberry. They are good. They're just tartar. They're not sweet. They're sweet, but they're not as sweet as all the rest of them. I'm telling you, this is what makes this hard for me. Every year we're like, grow only what you like. But it's really hard for me because all of these are so good. And each and every single one of the ones I ate right here in front of you today, I will grow again next year. They're prolific. They're good. The only one that I ever would cut out would be that red cherry. However, like I said, because I need red in my baskets, I'm not. Because of all the red ones, the only 2 red ones I've tried so far that I really, really like is the sweeties and the red cherries. I'm going to, in the description, write down the name of every single one of the tomatoes that we tried today. So that way you guys will know. If I don't write it in the descriptions, I will write it up on the screen when we talk about each one. I thank you guys for watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed the review. I cannot wait to make the other review because my big tomatoes are amazing. And I love them. However, me and my daughter harvested them this morning without making the video first. I don't know what I was thinking. So I'm going to try and get that video done later this week. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you like my videos, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.